back to day 12. Let's see what we got here today. Oop, it's stamp set. I already can see it. Probably not going to save this bag because we'll see, we might be able to save it. Ooh, and we got this cute little stamp set. It's Santa with a snowman, and it says Santa Claus and Frosty 2 sending Christmas cheer to you. So we will grab some stuff and we will make a card with that. For day 12, I am going to use this piece of packaging with this billiard ink because I like the colors together. I'm going to use the funky cut label cutting die, and then haven't decided. I'm thinking I might cut this piece out with the funky label cutting die, and then I might stamp this guy on a little circle and then the sentiment, and we'll layer that all together and maybe some snowflakes. So I'm going to go ahead and get this ready. I'm going to go ahead and put this down on some paper with some double-sided adhesive like I've done before. Then I will die cut it out and grab some perfect blend paper to stamp out my image. I'm going to go ahead and just stick this down here. I remembered to put this down before I cut it this time. That's okay, because we're just going to cut out an image. I got a little bit of a wrinkle there. And then I will come back and probably play some music while I stamp and color out my little image here. And then we will come back and put our card together. So sit back, relax, and enjoy. Okay, I got my sentiment, my little figurines cut out. I've got my background panel here and my label, which is super fun. We're just going to cover up part of that. We may do a little background here yet. And I may not have cut this out 100% straight. We might have to fix that. Let's get that fixed quick. So what I did is when I stamped it, I didn't make sure my sentiment was straight. Or on my paper, I just made sure I put it on there. And then I put the wording in straight so that when I go to cut it off, it works. I mean, if you line it up straight and you're misty, obviously you have less chances of not having a straight sentiment. See, it's still just a hair off. So we're just going to line this back up again and hold it down tight, and then we hold it, and that will be good. I just line up the top of the words with this plastic edge guard. Line that up. There we go. So we've got our sentiment. I'm thinking I'm just going to lay him down like this. We've got our little sentiment, sending you some frosty cheer. We'll stick that down underneath it. However, our background is a little bit plain, so I'm thinking I'm going to find a piece of that paper again. Let's add one more piece of that pattern paper. Let's see, go through here, and I'm just looking for the colors this time to see if I have colors that will work a little bit better. I'm looking maybe for that Christmas lights one. This one. Maybe this one. So let's see what it looks like on top. Absolutely going to do it that way. Okay, so let's cut this down a little bit. I'm just going to cut down a good 2.5 inch strip. And then we're going to look and see what we think. Do I like it like this with this on top? Or do I want to use the Christmas lights and put this on top? Now, there's an awful lot of this other blue, and this is that darker green. So I'm not 100% sure, but I'm still leaning towards, you know, just kind of playing. This is the best way to kind of figure out, because I would like to have a bunch of that stick out. I'm kind of digging this, so we're going to go ahead and get it started. Let's get a card base here. All right, this is what card base I must have pre-cut myself. That was made out of some Not Your Mama's, so it's super thick. Let's see how this looks. All right, do I want that little bit of white edge around? I am going to do a little bit of a white edge because then it just ties in a little bit more with our pattern paper and our image. So we're going to cut this down to 4 by 5 1/4. Let's stick that down here. Let's stick this back down here again. I'm going to go a little bit higher with that, and then we'll go a little bit lower, kind of at an angle with this image. So let's go ahead and get this all stuck down. All right. And eyeball that as best we can. Okay. And then we'll cut this piece down. And I'm just going to go ahead and add tape to a bunch of it. And then hopefully I've got the whole thing kind of covered. So we're going to go edge to edge with this one and go a little bit on the higher side. Chop off the extra. And then we'll go ahead and put these down. So this has that double-sided adhesive on it. So I'm going to do my best to peel this off. Sometimes it takes a little extra effort on my part when I don't have my fingernails handy. There we go. I think I got a little piece separated. Got that edge peeled off. And I'm going to go and put it kind of a little bit of an angle. Then this is where I have to decide what I want to do with my sentiment. I think we're going to put our image down. We're just going to put it on a little bit right there. And then we're going to put our image kind of at an angle like this. That covers up that little bit of a hole right there. Actually, we're going to overcover it. Let's pop this up though. So let's grab a piece of our double-sided adhesive. Actually, I think we're going to pop up the sentiment too. We'll just cut off a little nice big chunk for the circle. We'll stick that down. All right, and then just a little piece like this. We didn't add dimension to our last couple of cards, so we'll add some dimension to this one. I think I cut that a little bit too long, and that's okay. We'll just go on like this. And there we go. So there we go. Here is day 12. I hope you enjoyed that. Give me a thumbs up and a like. I'll link anything that is available for purchase down below with affiliate links, which just means if you place an order using one of those links, I get a little bit of a small commission for helping me produce more videos for you guys. I hope you enjoy, and I will see you back tomorrow for our last day of the Advent calendar.